find the median for this list of numbers. Well, in order to come up with the median of a data set, it's defined as the middle item in a sorted data set. So you could begin by sorting your data and then finding out which value exists right in the center. An easier way is to take advantage of a calculator if you happen to have a calculator that can do that sort of thing. The TI is a good calculator to do it. In order to work with a list of data, it's best to put all of that data into what's called the list editor. So if you hit Stat and then go into the list editor, you can enter these values one at a time, kind of like how a spreadsheet works. Now just keep in mind that this is all one set of data, so it all goes into the same list even though there are two different columns. There's no real meaning to the columns of this data other than if the author of the question didn't put them into columns, then the question box would scroll off the screen, that's all. So it's just an aesthetic thing. Now, what's nice about this is if you're using the calculator is it knows how to sort the data for you. So you can get away without having to sort the data to begin with. Let's leave the list editor. Now to do a median, and just a median, you can hit second and stat, which brings you into different operations that allows you to work for the median, or sorry, work for lists. Then scroll over to math, and you'll find different statistical calculations, including the median. And you just need to tell it which list you're working with, so hit second and 1, and that will bring up the median of the list. And the nice thing is, it takes care of the sorting process for you, so you wouldn't have to go through and do that yourself. So 26. But just to show you well, let me show you an alternate way. Another way in the calculator is if you have a bunch of calculations to do, you can hit Stat and go over here to Calc and use the function oneVarstats. Now you probably see this menu here, and you're only working with a single list of data, so leave your frequency list blank. If you're not seeing this menu, that's okay too. Just type in second and 1 at this point to tell the calculator that you're interested in getting the single variable statistics for the data in list 1, and then press enter and it will run the function. And it gives you a whole bunch of output, so much so that it can't fit all on one screen. So you have to scroll down and you'll find the median listed on the second output screen. Now, doing this without the aid of the calculator, what you would have to do is honestly go through and sort the data one by one. So 1 is the smallest, then 3, then is it 15? Nope, there's a 10, and then 15, then 16, and we do have to sort all the data here, so next up would be 21, then 22, and I think 26 is next, then 27, 29, I'd better start writing smaller, and 39, 45, 52, 63, and 66. All right, should have wrote smaller from the beginning. Now, to find the middle data entry, an easy way to do that is just mark off the extremities and work your way toward the center. And the value that ends up in the middle is your median, which is 26. Now, if we had an even number of data values, then you would have to take the average of the middle too, because you wouldn't end up with a single number in the center. And the calculator knows that as well. So you're much better off, generally speaking, to use the calculator for your operations. rather than trying to do everything by hand.